you, man? I am venom.
Huh, that line fits this movie perfectly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the brand new comic book movie Morbius, Sony's Morbius. Now, we were supposed to get this movie 2 years ago, back before the pandemic hit. We were supposed to get it, I believe, the original release date of this movie was June of 2020, possibly. But yeah, we've been supposed to get this movie for about 2 years now going on, and I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't care. I really didn't care. I don't like that. I mean, we'll talk about those movies another day on my channel, but I don't like the Venom movies. I don't like the way Sony makes movies. I don't like the way Sony handles their Spider-Man characters, and I don't like what they're doing with these new characters. I don't like Venom. Venom with the Big Conjurer was even worse, and everything I've seen about Morbius, the trailer, everything I've heard about it just seems so uninteresting, and I don't care. Now, I love Morbius, the character. He's a really cool fucking character. I wish we could have saw him in a better movie, which we'll get to, but I do like the character Morbius, and there was a slight part of me that's like, okay, let me see, because I do like Morbius, and I wonder if they're going to go that route, that little darker route, because this is Morbius, that I wish they would have gone with Venom. So I was curious to see what the fuck they were going to do with Morbius. But then just everything releasing up to this movie about how they removed all the Spider-Man shit, so it's not tied anymore, to the fact that, you know, we've heard countless times again they've gone back and reshot things and meddled the movie after No Way Home, and just all of this shit, and it's just like, my excitement has just been, if any excitement I had for this movie, just steadily declining every single time, because, okay, Morbius, cool, let's check it out, watch the trailer, seen the second trailer? Heard all the Spider-Man shit that's taken out? And then, of course, you know, you hear about the reshoots and the editing and how they meddled the movie and how, of course, the critics giving it a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's like everything just steadily declined my little fucking excitement for this movie. I finally got Morbius. Here are my thoughts. So, Morbius, this movie, man, This movie is exactly, and I made fun of it in my intro when I said it. This movie is Venom, but worse. Venom already felt like a movie that should have been made back in 2010, back in 2009. Not horrible by any chance, but not what I want from the movie Venom. Not what I would want if you said, hey, here's a Venom movie. That's not what I would want. I'd want a darker, more serious, more fucked up psychological horror thriller with Venom than I would what we got, a buddy comedy fucking romance movie. And Morbius is even worse. Morbius is a movie that literally felt like Sony back in 2001, after the first Spider-Man movie, made Morbius, put it on the shelf, and forgot about it. This was kind of like their answer to Blade back in '98. Shelved it, totally forgot about it. And then, when they were going through their little catalogs one day, said, hey, look, hey, we got Morbius. Let's fucking dust that shit off. Hey, comic book movies are good right now. Let's fucking put that shit out. That's what this feels like. This literally feels like a movie that should have been made 20 years ago. And it baffles me because we just got No Way Home. Arguably one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, arguably the best Spider-Man movie of all time. And then literally 3 months later, 4 months later, you pump out and you give us Morbius. That literally is like, I mean, to be fair, No Way Home was more of a Marvel movie than a Sony movie, but still, you go that way, you leap 20 steps ahead, and then you make a movie like Morbius, and then you leap 50 back. And it's like, what the fuck, guys? Like, what the fuck happened? I mean, just getting into it, the story is so predictable, and it's so, like, you've seen this story 7,000 times throughout the entire movie industry. This whole, I have a disease, I get cured, my, a villain wants my cure, and so now we're fighting, and you've seen it countless times again, not only in this subgenre, but in movie making, period. The fucking special effects, some of them are good, most of them are trash. Like, especially if you've seen the movie. The movie opens with, like, the title sequence of Morbius. That shit looked like it was straight up made back in 98, back in 2000. The fucking Morbius logo that pops in front of the movie before the movie starts. It was just like, what the fuck? That literally, what was that? And then they show it again at the end with the fucking credits, and it's like, what the fuck was that? Like, what is that? That is not, what is that? That literally looks like something that was made 20 years ago. It looks so cheap. The editing of this fucking movie is just, like, so all over the place. 1 minute, like, I'm literally not even joking. Characters move around from scene to scene between edits. Like there's a conversation early on where there's two boys sitting in a bed. They're talking, and then it will edit. Like, it will edit to the next scene. The next scene, they're in another room, in another place, talking about the same thing that they were just talking about. Like, it's not like they were having two different conversations. No, they're talking about something, then it edits, then they go to another room, do something else, finishing that conversation, and then it edits back to them back in the bed still talking. What the fuck was that? Like, so what you're saying, if you're trying to go chronologically with the movie, so you're saying they were talking in bed about something, stopped midway through that conversation, got the fuck up, went to another room, played with some toys, finished that conversation, got up, stopped playing with the toys, went back to the room, got back in their bed, and finished the conversation. That makes sense. So, like, shit like that. The editing in this movie is just so all over the place. One minute characters are over here, then they're over here, then they're back to over here, then they're back over there. And it's like, dude, the fuck, what is this editing? Like, it's so hard. And again, this is just in the 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes were supposed to be Morbius' origin story. It's so choppy, and it's so, like, hard to understand, and they're throwing so much at you. Like, the first 15 minutes, they give you fucking everything. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at my fucking clock, because I was just, like, so curious to see, like, runtime-wise, like, okay, we're already in the second act and shit. The Morbius shit, like, the vampire and all that shit, you get that in the first 20 minutes. Straight, like, 20 to 25 minutes. I swear. Because they rush his origin and just get straight into the Morbius. Now, some movies do that better than others. There are some movies that just get to the point, get you what you want, and get out. But this movie does not do that. This movie does not get in and get out. This movie is get in, get out, get in, get out. Oh, okay, we're out. Like, it's constantly all over the place. The tone of this movie is just so all over the place. Even though it's only an hour and 45 minutes, it drags. It fucking drags. And it's like, bro, you're not a get in and get out. You're a get in, sit a while, camp out, have some s'mores, drink a beer, and then get the fuck out. Like, that's what this movie is. The fucking... even though this is a short movie, it literally drags the fuck on. And it's like, dude... Like, and I'm sure there was more. That's the thing. I'm sure this was a 2-hour movie, 2.5-hour movie. And it's like, bro, Jesus Christ, what did y'all cut out to make this thing feel quicker? Because it doesn't feel quicker. It feels like a slow-ass turtle taking a shit. Like, so the pacing of this movie was just, like, the first 15 minutes, rest of the movie, slow as fuck. It's like, bro. So, already you got editing shit, storytelling shit, and it's already, like, you can just tell by the first 20 minutes or so, the way the movie's going, the way everything's acting, like, you can tell this is just a very generic movie already. And we're not even getting into, like, the main shit that's going on, the main plot just yet. We're building up to the main plot. And it's like, oh my god, what the fuck, guys? So, Morbius' origin gets, like, fucking rushed. You barely get it, and it's like, okay, cool. And then you have the most generic storyline. I mean, you've seen it in the trailer where he's like, I need a cure. I need to get, healthy, and I need it. So, what does he do? he gets cured, of course, and he turns into Morbius, like we know. We've seen that before. But what I don't understand is, like, he gets injected with, like, he's all fragile, skin and bones, like, eh. And then he gets injected, now he's all beef and, he looks like Captain America. He's all beefy, has 7 six-packs and shit, and he's just like, yeah. And it's like, huh? Huh? How the fuck? I mean, I know other Spider-Man movie have done that. That's a common joke in the Tobey Maguire movie, is like, how did a skinny, scrawny boy get fucking jacked? But it's just more of like, that one I can let it slide because it's actually in a good movie. This one is just a, like, okay, really, guys? That is an old school comic book thing. A little scrawny fat nerd takes a serum or gets bit by a radioactive spider or anything, and now he's all jacked up like a fucking bodybuilder. It's like, that's a very, 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 very old way of fucking doing that. You could have easily, if you were smart, you could have easily written that as another way of like, okay, yeah, the serum is like a strength enhancer or something. You could have done something. But no, it's just like, no, we're just going to leave it. But shit like that is just like, the whole movie, the way it story tells, the way the characters act, the way everything acts, it's just so old school. And so, like, dude, we're past this. We are so past this. Like, who the thought, like, and that's exactly the same problem I have with Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage. Those movies feel like they were made 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And it's like, dude, we're so past that right now. Especially when we just got Matt Reeves' The Batman, which is arguably the best Batman movie. And of course, it's up there for one of the greatest comic book movies of all time now. And then you give us this, and it's like, bro, The Pendulum, greatest fucking movie. Probably, and I hope, gets Oscar nominations next year. And gets some sort of recognition from the Academy. Because it's a good fucking movie, and it's a great-ass comic book movie, and a bomb-ass Batman movie. Then you swing the pendulum this way, and you get one of the worst comic book movies of all time. And it's like, how? How does that fucking happen? How? Blows my mind. But anyways, back on the Morbius. Just, that's my biggest thing with the movie, is the fact that it literally feels like it made 15 years ago. I've said that already. The characters are so bland and forgettable. Jared Leto as Morbius, I thought he did fine. But, to me, I don't necessarily think it was his fault. I think a lot of it was script. I think a lot of it was, he didn't have much to do. Like, literally, the entire movie, he's just acting like, I'm Morbius, and I need to stop him, and I need to compete. Like, he's just acting like that the entire movie, and it's like, you can't necessarily judge the performance, but he's just acting like that the entire movie. So, I thought Jared Leto did fine. He definitely looks the part of Morbius, definitely acts the part of Michael Morbius. But again, he's in a shitty movie, so it's not necessarily easy to be like, well, it's Jared Leto's problem. It's like, no, he is doing his best. He's just being him. Like, he can't necessarily change who he is or give a great-ass performance because, again, he's in a shitty movie. It's hard to really do that. But again, outside of that, Jared Leto's really the only actor that I'm like, okay, yeah, you did fine. Everybody else, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care, because the movie doesn't care, so why should I care? But like, I mean, I have nothing nice to say about this movie, other than Jared Leto I thought was fine, and you've seen him in the trailer when the Morbius attacks the boat or whatever. That's a cool sequence. There's some cool shots in there where they go POV, and, you know, they're looking around, and then, you know, Morbius jumps up and shit. That's cool. But it gets kind of ruined because you have scenes where literally Morbius slices someone's throat, no blood, and he's just like, like how do you do that? Like, this is a vampire movie, and you don't show any blood. Again, they did show blood in some spots where Morbius would, like, you know, fucking dash strike somebody and blood would kind of splat on the screen a little bit, but it wasn't enough to be like, holy shit. It was just like, it looked like someone took a bottle of ketchup and went like that. Like, that's what it looked like. It looked like somebody just like so again, the shit's like, okay, so I can't even enjoy the horror aspect of this movie because the horror aspect gets so tamed. Because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna slice your gut or your throat, and it's just like, oh, and it's like, huh? This is supposed to be a fucking vampire movie, and the vampire's not even doing cool bloody shit. Okay. So again, I can't even enjoy the horror aspect of this movie, because the horror aspect is just so gone. Like, just gone. I can't enjoy the comic book aspect of this movie because it's so cheesy and so dated that it's like, bro, I thought we were past this. And then I can't even enjoy, like, the Spider-Man shit because they took it all out. There's no Spider-Man connections in this movie. Other than you see the Daily Bugle newspaper, you see the Horizons building, that's it. Oscorp building, gone. Tobey Maguire, the mural thing, gone. All that's gone. And it's like, okay. So I came here for the Spider-Man shit, that's gone. I came here to see if Morbius is, you know, if they do the character justice, that's gone. Is there any cool action sequences? No. All the action sequences in this movie. Everyone wants to shit on Snyder for using slow-mo. Jesus Christ. Literally, Morbius is like running around doing his thing and then slow motion. Run around, slow motion. I'm gonna run around with a slash, slow motion. It's like, bro, that's like fucking annoying. Because you just like run around like fucking Sonic and then slow motion. And it's like, bro. That's exactly all the action sequences in this movie. That's how they all are. And it's even worse in the final battle when the villain of the movie is pretty much a carbon copy of Morbius, and you have two Morbiuses fighting each other. So it's like boom, like it's just fucking blurry CGI-ness just crackling one another, and they're going so fucking fast. It's like I'm having whiplashes. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's slow motion. And we're going so fucking fast. And slow mo. Like, that's exactly how it is. And it's like, bro, how the fuck can I watch a final battle? Like, I hate Venom's final battle because it's just two blobs fucking mating and having sex. Like, it's just like I can't necessarily enjoy two blobs just going at it like that. It's a mess. But again, they decide, yep, no, we're going to crank it up and make it worse. We're going to have two shadowy fast fuckers fight. And it's just slow motion. And it's like, how the fuck can I enjoy that? And then it makes it even worse because there at the end, Morbius calls some like bats and shit during the final battle. And it literally, like the CGI bats blur the screen so goddamn bad. I can't see what's going on. Like, I mean, you see it in the trailer. Morbius is like holding his hand out, and you see the things of bats, and it's like I can't see what he's doing. Like, I don't. Is he jumping? Is he like slashing? Is he flying? I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing because I can't see because of the CGI bats just keep flying over the screen. And it's like, dude, how can you mess this up so badly? Like, it's huh? So it's like. So yeah, final battle's gone. All the action sequences are fucking CGI blurred mess. The villain of the movie is so predictable and so like lazy. Like his motives, I don't even know if they explained his motives, because I don't fucking understand his motives whatsoever. Yeah, I mean I can go all day about Morbius, but the bottom line, honestly, skip it. It's not worth your time. I don't think this is going to do well at the box office. I don't think this is going to do well fan receptionally. If it does, holy shit, my mind is blown. Because I just don't see audiences giving a fuck. I don't see Spider-Man fans giving a fuck. I definitely don't see casual fans who are just like, hey, that looks like a cool little like vampire movie, giving a fuck. And it's like, I just don't see it. I just don't fucking see it. So, and I will say, to add on to it, I don't want to put spoilers in this video, but fuck those post-credit scenes. Both of them are fucking stupid, and they're the dumbest post-credit scene thing I've ever seen for a comic book movie or a movie, period. So fucking dumb. The dumbest fucking post-credit scenes ever. I might make a separate video about those post-credit scenes because they're that fucking dumb. So I wanted to add that in there. But yeah, no, Morbius, you let me guys know what you think down below. Do you love this movie? Do you fucking hate this movie? And again, just let me know what your general feelings about this movie are. I'm sure everybody's probably going to agree on it, but I'm curious to see if there might be some people out there who love it. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think down below. Do you love this movie? Do you hate this movie? And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace!